What's up, man?
What's up?
So what do you got to say about all this?
Well, I mean, I want to invite everybody, everybody, because this is about everyone. We're here. I understand people call it a movement. I myself called it a peaceful revolution, because that's what it is. But it should be considered more than that. It should be considered an awakening. We're out here to awaken the people that are still attached to the strings of the corporation slavery.
Yeah.
And we're out here informing them and letting them know we will help you cut those puppetry strings.
Yeah.
Because I will not live happy till everybody lives happy, and that's why I'm here. I'm fighting for everybody.
I like that. That's good, man.
There's 40 years of information that says that profit motivation is counterproductive in accomplishment of any goal. Meaning when you put scientific data, not my opinion, we talking about you put some kindergartners in a room, 12th graders in a room, and business CEOs to solve problems in a room, and you give them this candlestick test. You put a candle in the box with matches and 2 tags, and you say what the goal is: stick this candle on the wall so that it burns and doesn't drip on the floor. And when you introduce profit as the margin, a big profit, okay, you're gonna make some big money, not 13 cents. You know, each person gets $20. That's not a real big thing, but $20 is going in your gas tank, so it makes a difference. The time in which they complete the task is astronomically long compared to when you say, we just want to see who does it fastest, your team versus whatever team. And then they get in there, they don't try to see who's going to be boss, which they do when it's a profit thing. They want to, for the sake of themselves, see if you're a better candidate than they are to lead this little effort, so they burn time up doing it, which makes the time longer, and the object is to do it quickly, regardless. But when you take profit off, scientific data, you can research on TED Talks, YouTube, which is a great channel for information on YouTube. TED Talks has the leading science, the leading thinkers, ideas worth spreading. And they got data from 40 years, different independent universities, different people doing the same study with the same exact numbers. People do it so slow when it's profit. They never use the box. Now you take profit out the game, people say, hey, this is for nothing, just for see who's better. Let's just use the box.
Have you seen that one study where they had people, it was a college university, it escapes my mind right now, that had people do
the jail thing?
No, not the jail one, the competitive ones for $1, and it turns out that people are willing to work harder for $1 than they are for $5?
Did you know that right now, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll check that out. But right now they had a study about children. Different children from different cultures operate different ways. So you can take some American children and maybe put them in a room.
We're in America.
Hold on, I understand that. But America is part of a globe. It's part of a world. It's part of a consciousness.
Yeah, but
we're one family.
But everybody else's culture kind of stays at the border then.
And guess what? That's where,
after a few generations, it does stay at the border.
That's where it can stay if it wants to.
Yeah, it does, man.
But the idea, look, the idea of freedom is not about my likes dictate your likes.
Okay.
And no matter who you are.
No, absolutely. I'm with you on that. Individuality is the one thing we stand for.
It's not a combative thing.
Right.
It's always a carrot, no stick.
Okay.
Now hold on, let me finish.
I'm with you.
So there's a study that shows that children that are born of different traditions and nationalities, put it this way, Asian kids, when they told them here's $1, they perform terribly. When they said the teacher wants you to do great, they perform mediocre. When they said your mama said do great as you can on this test, they perform great. But American kids didn't respond to their mother.
We're more individualistic.
Mexican kids didn't respond to their person. We are us are all. Everybody.
I'm with you.
Don't you know that we all one organism, period?
No, we're not.
We all.
No, we can act that way, but I really.
So why is it I got 2 eyes?
Well,
why do I look just like you? Why am my DNA strand 98, 99 points?
Oh, that's we share a lot of similitudes for sure. Similarities. That too. But ultimately, yeah, we are individuals, man. I'm not gonna think like anybody, even under electroshock therapy. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna.
We don't want to shock you in ultrasonic therapy. Yeah. What we're trying to do is just talk to each other like scholarly figures,
I believe in gold. I believe in having lots of it.
Watch this.
Okay, you're not gonna take that from me for sure.
Watch this.
Not now, not ever.
No, nobody's trying to take anything from you.
Okay, good.
Metaphorically, conversationally. The issue is this. Go ahead. I'm gonna think like you. I want gold.
Okay.
We have a finite amount of
And not
gold.
everybody wants it though. It's because we're all individuals. Some people want cars. Some people want bicycles. Some people want tents.
If you keep interjecting, I can't address what
I'm
you
with
said.
you. I'm with you. I'm with
I
you,
want to
man.
be with
You're
you
right.
too. Okay. So if I want a ton of gold,
Okay.
and we do the math, and everybody can't have a ton of gold. Hold on. Most people don't even want a ton of gold.
Right.
No problem. So I can have a ton of gold.
Yeah.
It's my want that makes me feel that's okay. It's just me. There may be many who think like me.
Mm-hmm.
Most people may think like me.
Mm-hmm.
But if this person doesn't want to, and I make a rule, or I make a stance, or I preach some type of hate or love for a certain thing in a direction with my offspring,
mm-hmm.
I propagate what I like.
Okay.
If you get to dictate what he likes,
Okay.
wrong.
How do you feel?
Freedom, I'm gonna finish with this statement. Freedom for you, me, and him, and all of us involves compromise. It has to compromise. What if you want what I got?
Well, no.
What if you want my goal? It's okay if you can take
then
it.
we can barter.
No.
If I ain't got nothing you want, we can't barter.
I don't
That's
want
not
to give it up.
compromising.
But you're bigger than me. You're stronger than me. You know everything. Can you take it?
No.
Okay, well, realize that the world is so diverse that any one thought from any one person is too narrow to fit everybody. So be flexible, be water. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think you have to compromise freedom at any point or at any time.
And
I don't believe that.
Nobody will. Nobody ever will. That's why we're here now.
And nobody should. Okay.
We're the 99%.
Nobody should compromise their property or their self or their being, their ideas, their biology. You shouldn't compromise any of that.
Let me tell you something about that. I don't feel a compromise on certain things is always necessary, but I feel like this. We're the only species on this planet out of billions that pays rent. That is a system that has been devised, let me finish, by people who have a means. Like you said, they want all the gold.
We are definitely not animals.
Exactly. And guess what? I don't know what your definition of animals is, but to just keep this thing moving, I want to tell you that I don't feel you ever owned anything that I was born onto, if by fact that you want to do it just because you want money.
Yeah,
now, if you plant here, you live here, you have a compost here, your dog's here, I'll move right here and we can all live together.
Yeah.
But if you can't occupy all the land and you want to be Ted Turner and you have all this land around the country you don't want to use, I believe in liberty of this nature. I have people who need houses and people who waste land, they need liberty. So what we get into is, how do you want your totalitarian regime to look like?
I don't want I want freedom. I want the opposite of a regime. I want freedom.
If you want freedom, then you want the border stopping culture.
I want the border to stop
American,
illegal.
right?
I'm an American.
You know what an American really is at the deepest part?
Born here, man.
A damn immigrant.
I was born here, man. I was born here.
Being born somewhere doesn't make you a non-immigrant. If that was the case, you should be fine with every legal.
I'm gonna stick with the words that they're written in the dictionary.
What we'll be doing is a whole lot of what he was talking about as far as finger pointing and boot giving to a lot of these different people. But it's not the people, it's the institutions that really need to be, I don't want to use a word like reform, because I believe that that's just something that you can take the head of it and control and get it right back to what it was.
But institutions aren't people, you know what I mean? They're not the ones making the decisions. It's actual people making the decisions.
It's actual
and they're the ones
looting the economy.
Those individuals are the ones that need to be held accountable.
They
can't just go under the umbrella of, I just work for this corporation.
That's what they do.
That's why I did this. Like, no, you have a moral fucking
but check this out.
A moral fucking
there's a such thing
responsibility
as
to the people you serve.
to the
public
servants. You're clear-headed people. You're supposed to think that way.
Yeah.
But you have to realize everyone's not clear-headed people.
I think everyone doesn't
most people
think
are.
That way.
Everyone's very cut and dry, and they know exaczly the ramifications of the decisions they make.
Look, notice
this. That's why they need to be held accountable.
Notice this.
Anonymous.
We're out here for an idea. We believe in said idea, so we motivate to the cause. And everybody in life does this. We break up, fractionalize upon the things that we want to get.